What's going on, everyone? I'm just your simple, everyday, average Canadian nerd here to react to your simple, everyday, average American man here to react to the No Name brand of products that we have enjoyed as long as we've been alive. And yes, I realize that this video is out of sequence, and that's because it was just such a standout thumbnail that I had to get right on this today. Today, which is the same day that he put this out. And maybe the only way I'm ever going to catch up is by progressing backwards. But hey, this is where we're going, and let's get into this without any more ado. Thank you, Tyler Bucket. Here we go.
What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American
Every
here
day.
today to react and learn about Canada's No Name brand. I had gone my entire life up until recently never ever once seeing or hearing about No Name brand.
I am surprised by that. Through all the videos he's done, that he's never seen no-name products. Like, they're the best because it's such simple packaging. It's just yellow with black letters, and it just, no nonsense, says right on the package what's inside the package. Like, this is crackers on screen right now, and it just says crackers, right? Or these cookies? I'm not sure. Cheese. It says cheese. So cheese crackers, I suppose. Like Ritz? Yeah, what you get on the tin is what you get in the tin.
Makes sense because apparently it is a Canada only brand, and I feel like that is a big shame. I feel like this would be so popular in America. The first time I ever saw this, I was just like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is so clever, and I just wanted to learn more about this. What kind of stuff is in the Name brand?
Everything. So this is President's Choice, a subsidiary of Loblaws, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a great marketing strategy. Just simple, generic products, whatever you need. There you go.
And what kind of items you can actually get? How
Everything.
deep does the No Name selection go?
Everything.
Maybe a bit about the history of how this started or how this was came up with. And then I have a little No Name commercial I want to watch.
Oh.
Just some like, this is so fun and interesting, especially for like, at the end of the day, this is a marketing tactic, branding, but it's done in such a fun, different, interesting, entertaining way.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, I actually love this brand.
And as Canadians, we are attracted to this yellow-black visual color palette here. I mean, like Giant Tiger, right?
Shame we don't have it. No Name is a line of generic brand grocery and household products. So these are generic, like No Name. You don't go to No Name for like the highest quality, I'm guessing. Like, I mean, for crying out loud. Like, does this look like the best cheese or crackers you can get? Rice crackers? maybe. I don't know.
Oh, well, I tell you, their cookies are pretty decent.
But I feel like this is just good, generic food,
Yeah.
basically. I mean, that's what it says here.
That's right.
Sold by Loblaw Companies,
Loblaw.
Canada's largest food retailer. Oh, so not No Name. No Name is owned by Loblaw, which is the largest food
yeah.
retailer in Canada. I didn't know that. No Name products are available in stores across Canada. So this is like quite popular.
All right, so I must be mixing up President's Choice with No Name, which are both the generic versions. I guess President's Choice would be the higher end, and No Name would be the normal end.
Canada. It's sold across the entire country.
Yeah.
That's something else I didn't know. I don't know how often you run into this. Like,
Forgive me for mixing them up. It's been a long time since I've not purchased whole foods. You know, like I get meats and I get vegetables and I get fruits, and I don't even go down the cookie aisles anymore.
this is, I hope it's everywhere, basically. I hope it's everywhere. Oh, they launched in 1978.
I can't even remember the last time I was in a Loblaws.
Not that long of a history, is it? Gosh, 25 years? Wait, no, 55
Is there even a Loblaws in my town?
years. Okay. Or something like that. What is it, 22 plus 23? Yeah, 50 years. 55 years. 45 years. 45 years. Loblaw launched No Name with 16 generic unbranded items. The black and
Okay, it looks like, yeah, I do have Loblaws. It's just become the real Canadian superstore. Okay. All right. And No Frills, uh, owned by Loblaws. Okay.
yellow packaging. This packaging is chef's kiss. Perfect. Like
No Frills has the same color palette.
the whole idea. Whoever came up with this, like, is there a guy who, like, the guy, the no-name guy who, like, thought of this?
I want to say Bob Loblaw.
And did everybody say that's the dumbest thing I ever heard? I guess not, because they actually launched 16 products at the beginning. But you have to think, when they first started this no-name brand, they had to think in their back of their mind, like, is anyone gonna actually care about this or like this?
We care.
Like, we're intentionally making it look as generic and boring as possible, but that's why everyone loves it. That's why I love it.
And that's what makes it stand out.
So I have this little video here, how Canada's most bizarre brand got started. No Name, it definitely is bizarre in
Okay.
the best way possible.
Quick quiz. What is Canada's most iconic national brand? If you said Tim Hortons, then you're wrong.
Oh no! I would have said Tim Hortons,
That guy didn't give me any time to guess.
but I'm wrong. That's not the most iconic brand. I'm actually gonna protest that a little bit. I wager Tim Hortons is more well known in Canada than No Name. Like, it's Tim Hortons. Am I completely off the mark here?
Polls have shown that Canadians prefer McDonald's and Starbucks
Oh.
coffee, and Tim's is now owned by a Brazilian investing firm.
That I don't know what that noise was, but that is my protest to this. It's like, yeah, of course McDonald's, Starbucks are gonna be bigger, just because they have this huge worldwide appeal. And maybe they're more beloved in Canada too. But I'm just saying Tim Hortons is probably more popular or well known than No Name in Canada. I guess I don't know for sure. Just
Okay, so if you're part of Tim Hortons industry, you know that they have been purchased by Restaurant Brands International, which is an American company, which is owned by 3G Capital.
feels that way.
No, the greatest Canadian brand is No Name, the
Oh.
generic grocery and household item line by Loblaw, which has been saving Canadians money for over 40 years.
Oh, so No Name is like a really good price. That's a big part of it?
Only 40 years, so that means that it has been around as long as I've been alive, but not as long as Peter's been alive. Well, thank you, Peter. I'm sure you've already written that down.
Like, really great price? Like, okay, that makes sense. Even the name, No Name, the brand, the logo is perfect. The font, I'm just appreciating.
If you're a fellow No Name enthusiast, then you might be wondering how No Name got started.
Yes.
Welcome to the History of No Name by me,
Okay.
Professor Goose. And stick around till the end to see me rank my top 10 favorite No Name products.
Oh, okay.
And no, No Name isn't sponsoring this video, although clearly they should, as I'm such a well-known influencer with a massive audience.
This is by Professor Goose? Yeah, I'm gonna give this a like. This video is by Professor Goose. I like it already.
No Name's iconic
Yeah.
black and white branding was created by the legendary Canadian graphic designer Don Watt.
Oh, here we go. There is a guy, Don Watt. Like, there is, I was saying, like, who's the dude who came up with this? There is a dude. It's this guy, this Canadian, who's, known for marketing, graphic design. Anyway, he came up with the yellow.
Black and white branding was created by the legendary Canadian graphic designer Don Watt.
Wow.
He pioneered the idea of store branding, and his other clients included Walmart and Home Depot.
Oh, there you go. So he was like, he's already like known in the industry. Man,
All right.
I didn't know there was like some kind of savant at like grocery store branding.
No Name first launched on March 21st, 1978, the same year that Loblaw launched the first No Frills grocery store.
No frills.
Ah.
I've never heard of that. That must be a Canadian grocery store too.
Yes, their whole thing is that there are no frills. Like, the Surrey with the fringe on top, you just take the fringe away, that kind of frill.
When it first launched, Loblaw president Dave Nickel didn't seem too certain that it would be successful.
Right.
There were only 16 products available, and Nickel
Right.
made no guarantee that it would be continued after its initial launch.
There, I assumed that. Like, who knew this was gonna actually work?
But when over 1 million products were sold after only 2.5 weeks and suppliers were struggling to keep up with demand, No Name was
Wow.
declared a runaway success.
Cool.
Just
Wow.
1 year later, Loblaw had expanded the No Name line to over 100 products, and by the mid-1980s, No Name was the best-selling brand in Canada.
What?
Well, that makes sense because they do everything that other companies do. They just take away the brand name and modify the recipe just a little bit. So, like, if you want Coca-Cola, you can buy Coca-Cola, or for a little less money, you can buy cola. You want Oreos, you can get Oreos, but at the same store, you can also get chocolate cookies with vanilla filling.
I didn't know that. Maybe this is as well known or more popular than Tim Hortons. Oh my gosh. Over 100 products? I would have thought there's like 30 or something. 100 no-name products, probably more by now.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it also makes sense in a way how this was an immediate success. It's such a fun, people just like fun, different stuff. Branding,
And lower prices.
in particular. You go to the grocery store, you see this thing that's like not, the whole shtick is that the no name is not trying so hard. It's not trying at all, actually, which is the beauty of it.
Really, the whole thing is you can get the name brand product without paying for the name brand.
But what was the reason for No Name's success?
Right.
Well, it launched at a time of rising inflation when consumers were complaining about the high cost of groceries. No Name kept prices low by using generic instead of custom packaging and by
It's maybe I'm off the mark. People like the branding, but what people like even more is the low price.
And I think today is a good day to be reminded that these products exist because we are currently going through an inflationary period and oh geez, have you watched the House of Commons tapes recently? Pierre Poilievre going on and on about how much is this increase going to affect Canadians at the pump? How much is it going to affect their groceries? And then the Liberals just saying, well, that's not even the matter here. The matter is blah, 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 blah. And then Pierre Poilievre comes back saying, please answer the question. It's a very direct question. Are you going to tax the carbon tax? And, well, that's not the point here. No, the point is, are we paying a tax on the tax? Well, what you're forgetting to look at is, well, is their tax going to be on the tax? Like, it was infuriating. Why can't the Liberals just answer a simple question? I mean, granted, Pierre Poilievre isn't actually making the question simple, but they sound simple, and not a single answer was given. I digress. Back to the video.
by negotiating lower-priced bulk orders from suppliers.
Wow.
In the 80s and 90s, No Name started to deviate from their classic black and yellow branding by adding new fonts, red lettering, and pictures.
Oh, interesting.
I remember.
Do people like the, I don't know how I feel about this. This text is a little fancier. I don't know. I think I like the original.
Side-by-side comparison, I'll go with the original.
At this time, Loblaw's President's Choice brand was increasing in popularity, so No Name was put on the back burner.
Ah, okay. Loblaws did President's Choice. It's all very confusing with these different names. So the President's Choice would be the president of Loblaws chose this and says, you should buy this. That's why it's a little bit more expensive than the No Name, but less expensive than the brand name.
But in 2000...
President's Choice is another Canadian brand or something?
Yeah, like if you're gonna get your cheesecake at a Loblaws affiliate, you're gonna want to go with the President's Choice cheesecakes.
A competitor? Or they're both owned by Loblaw, so they win either way.
2009, the Great Recession was in full swing, and consumers were looking for savings once again, so
Oh.
Loblaw relaunched the no-name brand, returning to the yellow branding with black Helvetica text.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, hits me right in the feelings.
Okay. Interesting. It had kind of a lull for a while. And then whenever the economy goes down, people want the no name.
Today, there are over 2,900 different no-name products available across Canada.
What?
I'm not surprised.
Alright, that's enough history.
2,900 no name products. So they have everything you can imagine and probably some things I can't imagine.
Well, everything you need for cooking, cleaning, and just household products. Like you can buy soap, you can buy coffee, you can buy. I'm not going to keep going.
It's time to move on to my top 10 favorite no-name products.
Oh,
Okay.
Starting off at number 10, we've got dishwasher detergent.
solid.
Perfect packaging. Perfect. Lemon scent dishwasher detergent. They don't even capitalize anything, which I like.
I am of the belief that you do not need to be spending lots of money on fancy dishwasher bricks. Something
Right.
cheap and simple will do the trick, and no-name dishwasher detergent is the cheapest stuff that I've been able to find.
It legitimately works if you have a dishwasher.
Lemon.
At number 9, we've got milk chocolate. This chocolate bar is actually a little bit more expensive than the cheap stuff you can get at the dollar store.
For some reason, I never even thought about how they sell, like, candy.
Oh, it's good chocolate.
Milk chocolate. This packaging's a little more fun. Maybe borderline too much for no name. I don't know how I
Agreed.
feel about this. There's some color.
But I was honestly surprised at how high quality this chocolate is.
So good.
This is seriously tasty and is still cheaper than most chocolate bars you can get at a grocery store. So that's why I rank it as number
Wow.
9.
And in my opinion, it's an actual chocolate bar. You know, most things that we'd consider a chocolate bar are actually a candy bar. But in my mind, a chocolate bar is like a gold bar, only instead of gold, it is chocolate.
I was gonna say, like, what does this taste like?
Chocolate.
What does no-name stuff taste like?
Milk chocolate.
Like, the packaging is begging you to think it's terrible, but it's not.
No, just look at the consistency of the chocolate bricks in that picture. Doesn't that look like good quality milk chocolate? Like, you just want that in your face holes?
Or else people wouldn't like this. It's just good quality for the price, from what I can gather.
Next up at number 8, we've got various spices. Spices can get pretty expensive.
Oh.
That's probably why the European powers invaded half of the world searching for them.
True.
If only they had access to affordable spices with no name.
Huh.
Number
Yeah.
9.
They don't even... Do they sell them in, like, canisters? Containers? Like cylinders? Or save money by putting them in bags?
Mine is mac and cheese. It's the classic cheap meal that everyone loves. The no-name stuff is cheaper than the classic KD. I've seen it as cheap as 67 cents a box, and I find it tastes just as good.
Oh, totally worth it. And the spices as well. Although lately I've been buying my spices at Bulk Barn because, you know, I've got all these containers. I want to reuse them. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Go on Sundays to reuse your containers. You get a small discount for being Sunday.
What does the simple mean? Like, it has simple and a check mark. Does that mean something? Like, do they do that for all the no-name food?
Simple ingredients, which means you're not going to find those complex words. You're just it's food. It is food.
My number 6 choice is the 250 milliliter tub of 14% sour cream. I like sour cream and I like saving money. What more do I have to say?
Big old tub of sour cream.
And 14%, that's a good number.
Why not?
And at number 5 are naturally imperfect bell peppers. I eat a lot of bell peppers, so of course I want to save money when I buy them.
Oh, naturally imperfect. Oh, they purposefully bag, like, sort of, quote-unquote, defected, not aesthetically perfect peppers.
And for my purposes of cutting them up and making them into a pasta sauce, that's totally fine. They don't have to be aesthetically pleasing when I'm cutting them into like 1-inch diced pieces.
So they're cheaper that way too. And I didn't even know they did fresh food like this. Interesting.
And these peppers taste exactly the same as regular peppers.
Yeah.
And honestly, I get a kick out of their funny shapes.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
number 4, we have Urban Garlic Cream Cheese. This stuff is quite a bit
Huh.
better value than the leading brand, Philadelphia. And I love some Urban Garlic Cream Cheese on a toasted bagel in the morning.
Yeah, if you're gonna get a dip or a cream cheese, you might as well go with No Name, because it is gonna be quality and it's not gonna be brand name pricey.
I feel like Americans would go nuts for this stuff. Like Americans would get such a kick out of the packaging. And if the product is at all good, end of story. I am shocked this is not in America.
Earning this
Me
product
too.
the number 4 spot. We're into the top 3 now. Frozen
Okay.
pierogies are honestly such a quick and easy meal to make when you're tired after a day of work and don't feel
Oh.
like cooking something fancy.
Okay.
These guys are cheaper than the competition, coming in at only $2 a bag, and I honestly prefer their flavor.
So good.
$2 for the bag. That's a very good price.
Earning the silver medal is the club-sized artificial vanilla flavor. If you're someone who
What?
enjoys baking like me, then you'll know just how expensive even artificial vanilla flavor can be for just a tiny little bottle.
That's a gallon or a liter? I think it says 1 liter. Okay, good, because I was a little concerned. Like, you're selling it by the gallon now? Wow, imagine the price tag on. Oh, but it's artificial. Okay, which is not actually coming from beaver butts. That's chemically synthesized these days. It's just we discovered the chemical because of beaver butts. If you didn't know that, I'm sorry to fill you in, but artificial vanilla flavor comes from beaver butts.
This is incredibly random to me. I like it. I didn't know they did stuff in big old bottles. Vanilla extract.
Coming in at just over $8 for an entire liter of artificial vanilla, this is
Okay.
such a good deal, there's no way I couldn't rank it highly on this list.
You know, it's been so long since I've seen the no-name brands. I'm wondering, like, hey, if you know the answer to this question, please let me know. Does the no-name barbecue potato chips taste like it used to back in the 90s, or does it have that new sweet barbecue flavor? Because the smoky barbecue was really nice.
Okay.
So, which product do I give the number 1 honor to? This one might surprise you, but I
Oh.
consider Everything Bagels to be the number 1 no-name product.
Everything bagels. Everything bagels.
That's fair.
Americans would definitely like this.
As I alluded to earlier, I love me a toasted everything bagel with urban garlic cream cheese in the morning.
Yeah, I feel like every American everything bagels have like 10 times as much stuff jammed on top of it. So maybe with the no name everything bagels, we could actually taste the bagel a bit instead of all the stuff on it.
I usually eat at least one of these bad boys a day. Given that it only
Ah.
costs $1.67 for 6 bagels, and that I think they're way better tasting than most other discount bagel brands, I'd say they
$1.67 for 6? Is that true? That's unbelievable.
bagels and bad boys a day. Given that it only costs $1.67 for 6 bagels,
$1.67 for 6 bagels?
It's a
I
good
almost
deal.
don't believe it. That's unbelievable. Like, actually, I don't believe it.
Like, that's how much you'll pay at Tim Hortons for a single bagel if you're not paying a lot. I don't know. Whenever I go to Tim Hortons and get a bagel, it's a breakfast sandwich with the double toasted everything bagel because that really brings out the flavor.
I just be in here buying 200 bagels at a time.
and that I think they're way better tasting than most other discount bagel brands, I'd
Huh.
say they have definitely earned the number 1 spot on my list.
Wow.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to let me know what
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, that was good. The history and some items I didn't know. I didn't know No Name had so many foods. Fresh foods, even.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all. This is by Professor Goose, and I liked it. That was very good. And we have here, I couldn't help myself, a No Name commercial. I just want to see, like, what they're doing with the branding and all that. how clever they are.
If this interests anybody, I'm willing. Like, Tyler, are you watching this? Tyler, you should be watching this. If you want to know more, I can like go to a store and get some products, and then we can look at them together. I don't know. Maybe it's an option. Like, I go through pickles. What can I say?
Because it feels like a very important part of their whole thing. Commercial 30 seconds. I love it already.
Relatable adult. Are these the no-name Simple Check Blueberry Bagels?
So good.
They got the bagels, by the way. Blueberry, relatable adult, adorable child 2, adorable child 1, fridge, toaster. This is good.
On point.
I love no name.
Made with blueberries?
Yes, they are, adorable child number 1.
A bit creepy.
Yum. I quite enjoy no-name Simple Check products made without any
The creepy factor comes from the smile that lasts just a little bit too long.
ingredients like artificial flavors.
Americans would love this. I can't say it enough. It's like a travesty. Oh, even the glass says glass. Wow.
That's the first time I've seen that because I haven't watched broadcast television in over a decade, and that's pretty cool.
Nice. Right on point. Right on brand. And I pulled up, oh, they want my feedback. No. I have to look first. This was like, oh, it's a Loblaws. Now I know what Loblaw is. Just a selection of the no-name items, just to take a look at what they got. Chocolatey chip, ice cream sandwiches, nice. Wings, oh, they just have everything, don't they?
Yeah.
The naturally imperfect limes, butter. Yeah, oh my gosh. Hot dogs, huh?
Oh, those chicken hot dogs were a staple for me growing up. And to this day, I haven't found any chicken hot dogs that are comparably as good as the no-name chicken hot dogs, honestly.
Anything crazy? A lot of wings. And a lot of ice cream sandwiches, fudge bars.
Yeah, if you're going to be buying ice cream products, you might as well buy no-name, because it's good.
Oh man, vinegar, vanilla bars. I bet some people have like their favorites of these, like the ice pops. They're low stock. People love the no-name ice pops.
Yeah, especially because it's summertime and we've been having record heat and a lot of fires everywhere, so it makes sense that it's low in stock.
I can tell. Oh, canned goods. Crunchy peanut butter.
The peanut butter's good.
Oh my gosh, this just goes on and on. Cat food?
Yeah,
Tomatoes.
everything.
Oh my gosh, they have everything.
Yeah.
They got everything. Cheddar jalapeno, stuffed, tomato juice, pickles. Man, they have a lot of food. And even more results. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea the no name went so deep, so far. Wow. That's
everything. Yeah.
such a fun brand. I can't say it enough. I'd be fascinated to see what some of this stuff tastes like what the quality's like. Just because I feel like I get the selling point. Funny packaging, cheap.
All right, Tyler, then I invite you to come to the Niagara Falls, Canada, and we'll go shopping together, and we'll, do some taste testing of no-name products, as long as you can pull yourself away from your chair for more than a few days. Hey, let me know, nerdpopeking@gmail.com, and we'll set it up.
And it must be, decent tasting. Or else that's just so important it wouldn't work.
Yeah, come over.
I feel like I have a very, very good grasp on
hang out.
No Name.
Go shopping.
It's one of my all-time favorite marketing brands, tactics, if you want
Nice.
to call it that. I just have such an appreciation for funny, different, stuff
And I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
in regards to marketing. And this just hits the nail on the head. And it's Canadian. I never knew about it. So I really enjoyed learning about it. Very good. Anyway,
I always
if you
knew.
enjoyed this as well,
Or if you enjoyed
feel free
this.
to give this video a like.
This
or
one?
leave a comment.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're interested in more videos like this,
Or this.
me reacting
Him.
to Canada,
Me reacting
and
to him.
Canadian culture and
His
stuff
learning.
in Canada
My
that
cat
I've just
once
never
in a
seen
while.
before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Yes, thank you very much for watching. If you've made it to the end of this video, why don't you let me know what kind of products you would be interested in me purchasing and displaying, or any other ideas you might have. Heck, I'm here and I like it, and I hope you like it, and I hope y'all just keep being awesome. Bye. Science. Spirit. Life. Nerd Pope King.